Hello.
Welcome
We're back.
Yes.
This is round 4.
That's it. That's at general game. In case you didn't notice.
The head.
There's
Always
general
watching.
games.
Always watching.
That's it. I too have been branded.
We've all been branded.
Yes.
So, round 4. We have 2 3-0s, well, a bunch of 3-0s actually on feature. We'll jump. I guess we'll just jump straight into our first feature match, table 1, and we have Damien Madigan playing against Riley Morse.
Oh, Damo.
So we have Troncar, and we have. Look,
the Kylo.
I'm going to claim it. It's probably been done. It's my deck. Damo is playing my deck.
All right.
All right. So
you're barracking for him, I take it.
Oh boy, this deck. I look. I know commentary and being in part. This is. I'll do my best. All right, no promises.
Well, I gotta enjoy though. We've seen Thrawncar again, and this is another matchup for Thrawncar.
Look, Phasma Kylo, baby's first deck. You buy the starters, and you put the 2 characters together. And you play the cards, and you do the damage.
Right.
It's that simple.
I might have a go at that one myself then.
Look, the deck is, I believe, in the current meta, incredibly strong. There's a lot of, on the surface, a lot of people think it's not great because of the mixed damage. You've got guns, you've got specials, and you've got melee.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. You're fast enough.
Right. Well, I'm a Han Ray player, so I just get over that pretty quick.
So immediately there we see, so it looks like Damien didn't win his battlefield, which would have been nice. It actually is one of the few decks, I think, that can actually make use of the secret weapons facility, which is resolve of 3 damage dice. So resolve any combination of 3 damage dice. This deck makes great use of that.
Awesome.
That said, the Thrawncar player did get his battlefield. I don't think it's going to matter too much because Damien is probably going to be outclaiming. Now, the other thing that's important here is that Thrawncar player, I imagine, just named 2. And he's now looking at a bunch of 1 and 2, 0 and 1 cost. The most expensive card in the deck. There we go. So nothing to get rid of. So he's named 2, thinking he's going to get a weapon. No weapons. The deck plays 2 force speeds, 2 ancient sabers. That's it.
Wow.
The only thing that costs more than one
the
resource.
4 rarest cards in the entire series.
The only thing that costs more than the 1 cost is the ancient sabers.
Oh wow.
There we see. Yeah, look at that hand. Look, why would you want to do anything else?
Yeah, that's pretty good. That is pretty good.
So it also plays. So at one point I was playing Vibro Knives.
Okay.
And there's the best defense, just showing it's amazing. Immediately,
look at that.
Immediately, that just turns off Riley's entire turn.
Yep.
So I was playing 2 Vibro Knives, and it occurred to me that they didn't help me much. They made Kylo's dice slightly better, and they made obviously the melee damage unblockable, but Kylo's dice only account for maybe a third at most of the damage the deck does.
Okay.
So basically I thought, well, why am I playing that? I can play a 0 cost that does essentially the same thing, which is Intimidate. A lot of people don't play around it.
Right.
And it will just get people.
It'll just, go on. No shields.
So there will be a time when I imagine Riley's going to play something like a Dug-In, or he's going to try and claim a bunch of shields, thinking that's going to protect him, and then suddenly an Intimidate's going to hit him.
Yeah, that's it.
And you've got no recourse.
Yeah. All that work, getting those shields on.
Yep. So we see the Hate as well. Incredible card. Not sure if it was triggered. If it was... Oh, no, hit a shield. Sorry, apologies. Yep, so Kylo did have a shield. So... And the Hate is incredibly strong in this deck versus a non-damage dealing deck. Because you can play 2 of them, and you can kill yourself, essentially, and by that time you've done so much damage, it just doesn't matter.
Yes, that's it.
So anyway, I'll stop frothing about my deck.
I'm very interested.
Thrawncar, so interesting, he's playing the non-official promos, which look amazing, the alt arts. He does actually have the real cards on the other side.
Oh, yes, before the officials roll on in, swipe in on their ropes from the roof and take him away, and it's definitely, he's got the actual cards. He just chose to play his old art version. So
now, Salvage Stand is a bit rough versus this deck because you do generally play off of 1 resource a turn. Now, there we go. So Damo is going to grab a resource. That's a saber throw. That's 2 damage. So that's 6 damage he's done, plus the 2 damage currently. That's 8 damage turn 1. No, sorry. That's 7 damage currently on... well, let's wait till he puts the tokens on because I'm not actually sure. He's confusing me. Yep. So that's 7 damage turn 1.
That's pretty good.
8 damage turn 1? Yeah, 8 damage turn 1.
Oh, wow.
Just a cool 8.
Is that all?
That's all.
He had a lazy one, did he?
Just the cool 8.
That's a lazy 8 damage. Oh my goodness.
The day I convinced Damo to play this deck was the day I killed his Sabine turn 1 through 2 shields. I did 13 damage.
13. That's just cheeky.
So there's the deck. Baby's first deck.
Baby.
It is so simple, it's elegant, and it just works.
I'm probably going to steal it. Yeah.
It's so much fun to play. Genuinely, it's a lot of fun to play.
I need some ancient lightsabers.
It might struggle.
I don't have the money to buy.
Genuinely, I think the deck does struggle potentially in the mirror versus another FN, versus like the FN Kylo variation.
Right. Well, just because the damage from that is probably...
it's harder to hit because the FN Kylo is more of a 50-50 split.
Right.
In terms of colour, so you're not as consistent on hitting the Kylo.
I understand, yep.
And also, FN has, I think, a 12... Is it 12 health on FN? He's just a little bit tankier, and he can... they've got... Yeah, it's not a great match.
It's 11 health.
Oh, there we go. We just missed it. Thrawn is dead. Sorry, Unkar died. I don't know what to, but Unkar died.
But to something. It looks like there's a Kylo die resolve there. So
probably a Force.
Well, Unkar wasn't far off when we last saw him. So.
It might have just been a roll in.
Is that the guessing the colour?
Possibly. Oh yeah, but no, he was on. Yeah, of course, it would have done it. It would have done it. So one die's been removed. We've missed a little bit, but it doesn't matter. Unkar has died, and that's 3 damage. The other thing to consider about this deck. So FN has 11 health. Yeah, the other thing to consider about this deck is both your character, you're playing a 4 dice deck, and every die is a 1 in 2 to do damage.
Oh, wow.
And that 1 in 2 on Phasma becomes... So Phasma's dice generally at base is 1, 2, 2.
Oh, right.
Right? The moment you've done more than 6 damage, which you can generally do turn 1, that becomes 1, 2, 3.
Oh, of course. Yeah, because of Phasma's ability.
Also, additionally to that, is the fact that... two of that damage is so the damage that comes from Kylo is unmitigatable. It's completely random. You can't control it. Your opponent activates. If you hit, they're going to take 2.
Right.
Phasma's ability, her 3 damage side is a special.
Oh.
Doesn't get removed by dodge. Doesn't get removed by block. Doesn't get removed by deflect. Doesn't get removed by a lot of cards.
So that's
sometimes it's much easier to kill. Just simply, and she has a focus. She has focus. The deck's amazing. I love it. Oh, it's so cool. Anyway.
That's, no upgrades, I know.
Yeah, it as I said, plays 2 upgrades. It plays 2 force speeds, 2 ancient sabers. All you need.
Wow.
And even half the time, the ancient sabers aren't even there because you need them for the damage.
Right.
They're there if you need it for the heal ability and as an
and the mill.
And to fight against the mill deck or have a nothing action if you need it.
Right. That's pretty solid.
So basically, this has gotten real rough for Riley now, given the fact that now his yellow character's dead, which means that some of his a fair bit of his mitigation has disappeared.
A lot of dead cards now.
His ability to generate. So that's the thing. This deck innately turns off the Thrawnkar's ability to make a large amount of money,
right?
Because you can't rip an expensive card. The Thrawnkar deck, if it manages to pull like a 3 cost or a 4 cost out of your opponent's hand, they're just turned on for the turn, like for the rest of the game. That's just a huge influx of money. They will never get that versus this deck,
right?
So we did see a Rend removing one of the hates.
Yep.
And now where the second hate is back. So there we go. Hate, take 1. Roll a bunch of damage and the 4 speed.
Speed special.
Speed special.
Just to be cheeky.
Names. Oh, hits the grey. So he wouldn't have named grey. He probably would have named... I imagine he named yellow there. Probably yellow. I think against the Thrawncar deck, they're primarily a yellow deck with some red cards. A little unlucky that he did actually hit the grey. Doesn't matter. Yeah, so there we go. Primarily yellow. So
it's a yellow.
Getting real unlucky to hit the one of the 2 detention centers in the entire deck.
Oh, yeah, that is unlucky.
Little rough. Oh well, doesn't matter. Just
detention center now. What?
So detention center is an interesting one. What's the wording on it? I don't.
Allow me to read it.
Read it.
Here we go. Action: exhaust this support to remove a character die. Then any player may remove one of their character dice to discard this support.
Yes,
from play.
So the combo is with prize possession. If you prize possession one of your opponent's character dice,
yes,
they now if they activate that character dice before they have any other character die in the pool, you activate this and they have no ability to get rid of it.
Right. So you've got to make sure there's no other character dice they can remove to discard.
So it's situational, but it's very strong.
Wow.
But not so great when you're this far behind in the...
Palpatine would love that.
Yep. So right now, look, again, we're in the situation where I think Thrawn needs to survive for as long as possible, but it's going to be difficult since he's lost... Basically, he's lost access to a lot of the survival cards that the deck plays.
What's his win condition now? What's his line?
There's not a good one. It looks like it's going to be Kylo and Phasma just sort of playing
pounding.
Yeah, just sort of beating up on the. They're just going to be the school bullies against Thrawn car in the corner there.
Thrawn will be.
So Thrawn just took
strategizing them to death.
Thrawn just. I don't know how much he just took that turn, but he's now on 9.
Yeah, that's quite a lot.
The other thing about this deck is it's fast. You get a lot of time to chill.
That's it. That's it. Force speed just obviously makes it faster.
Yep. Like I stood by with this deck. Everyone's going to be playing tactical stuff, and I'm going to bring a brick.
Yep, that's it. Fair enough. Always
I'm a fan of it. I'm a big fan of it.
No, I am too now. I'll definitely put that one together. Can I borrow some ancient lightsabers, please?
You can. Well, I mean, you can borrow the list if you want to test it. Just go ask Damo if you can borrow it for the next round.
I think he's busy with it right now. I can go and ask him now, but I think he's got it.
All right, so
got it in play. So it's a bit rude. I know he should let me borrow it, but.
So someone in chat pointing out that Damo should just play the best defense. Just to send a message. Just remove his dice.
Why not?
I love it.
You just get cheeky now.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
All right, so Damo rolls in. There's another. He's going to named Yellow. Yep, that's going to deal 2. Did he name Yellow? Maybe he didn't name Yellow. Yeah, he did.
Good game.
Just a small. Yep, named Yellow. Yep, and that would have left Kylo. Plus the hate, which kills him.
Yeah, of course.
3 damage. 3 damage on activation.
How about that?
All right, so we will jump across to match 2 in a moment. I think we just got to organise a few things on the table.
So that game took about, 10 minutes?
Exactly 10 minutes.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's. I'll claim it. I imagine it's.
Needless to say, Marcus is very happy.
I'm loving it. He's 4-0. He's 4-0.
It's very, very strong looking, and I definitely want to give it a go. I just need to find some ancient lightsabers.
It's a lot of fun to play.
I have the 4 speeds.
Yep.
I have
There's tactics, there's finesse, and then there's this.
All right. All right.
and who needs the latter?
Well, I said my main tactic is just rolling good.
Yeah, just roll well, right?
This seems to make that easy.
Yeah.
So I can just...
It's hard to miss when you've got 4 dice and a 1 in 2.
1 in 2 on every dice. Yep. I like those odds. I'd prefer it if it was like 1 in 1. But,
guaranteed.
But it's not a very exciting game then.
Is there even a die in the game that's guaranteed damage on all sides?
No.
I think there's one
unless you went wacky.
I think there's one that's got it on 5 sides, like Strike Team.
Well, wow.
Yeah, Strike Team is a support that costs 5 and it has 5 damage sides on it.
That's my kind of die. Yeah, I like it.
Costs 5 to play and 2 of the sides cost resources to resolve. So it's a lot.
Oh, well. I'll take it.
But, however...
I'll take those odds.
Yes. So that was quick. That was our quick table 1. We are now on table 2. So we have another Thrawn car versus another Kylo FN.
Oh, here we go.
So this is a slot. So this is sort of what my idea of that of the deck we just saw obviously was based on the Kylo FN build.
Yes.
Which I felt
Kylo Phasma was the other one. So this is the FN.
I prefer Phasma. You don't have access to the cool tricks that you get with FN with like the Boundless Ambitions. Go again kind of thing. Now, what is actually interesting, it doesn't look like Simon's actually playing Boundless Ambitions, which is one of the main strengths of that deck is the ability that once your opponent claims, if you go into a turn with one resource left, or 2, being able to Boundless Ambitions and just re-roll and do like 10 damage before your opponent's passed.
Yes.
That's one of the biggest strengths of FN. But in this matchup, it looks like Simon's playing more of the... No, I don't want to say fair, but he's playing a few more removal spells, I think, than the deck traditionally plays. Removal events in the deck would traditionally play.
Yes.
Yeah, of course, not spells. Sorry. Apologies. Then the deck would traditionally play. Now he has 2 Imperial HQs in play. So that's a cool card. Actually, Imperial HQ, what is that one?
Let's find out.
I was thinking of something else. Apologies, my knowledge is lacking. I don't believe... Let's have a look.
So is it like a remove a support die or something?
So what is it?
Oh, of course. Oh, okay, here we go. Before you resolve a die showing a resource cost,
Yep.
you may exhaust this support to decrease that resource cost by 1.
That's really cool. So that works well with quite a few of the cards that you play in the deck, I imagine. Yep, so he's playing...
That's just resolving...
Simon's playing 2 rocket launchers. He's playing... So obviously
the Batten's going to love that.
You've got a resource cost on the...
And it's any die. It's not. It's any colour,
any die. Yep.
Character, upgrade, whatever.
Yep, so that works both on Kylo and FN and a lot of the upgrades that you play.
That is good value.
Yeah, that's really nice. So Simon's travelled from Brisbane.
Oh, wow.
So good to see that he's doing well. So he's 3-0 currently going into round 4.
Wow, fresh from Bris Vegas.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we got him around from all around Australia.
Yep. Except what's our showing from South Australia? I can't remember. I think it was looking again back at none. Yeah. We'll do a recount though.
That's all right. True.
I'm making them feel
if we
bad.
could get someone from Western Australia, surely we could have got someone from South Australia.
No, I do. I have spoken to a lot of the guys from there. I've played some X-Wing in South Australia. I know they're all great guys. They have one main store there, I think, in the centre of Adelaide there.
Yep.
So it's I think the X-Wing community there is probably more likely to be coming across for the Nationals wherever they're going.
Yeah, definitely.
Not so much with the Destiny, but I don't know. Obviously, I haven't seen them in a while. But
no, it's cool. It's amazing though. This is the first Nationals event in Australia. Right. We've got 96 players.
Yeah,
99 registered. I think there's 96 in the room or something like that.
I'm happy to smooth it to an even 100.
Yeah. I mean, that's huge. I mean, it started immediately bigger than X-Wing has. It started immediately bigger than any other of the FFG games.
That's right.
Definitely showing some really impressive numbers for such a new game.
Well, that's right. Well, I don't even know the numbers for games like Imperial Assault or any of those.
Imperial Assault is low.
Right. So let's say it's lower than 99. Is that a fair bet?
Let's just a little lower.
Right. But it's so this is what we're saying. Yeah, the first Nationals. This is already kind of come out of the gate running.
It's hit the ground running,
which is great. I really enjoy.
Great interest in the game. There's such depth. This release has really done a lot.
I've noticed.
For deck building. Look, it's a little. I'll be honest and say it's a. Thrawn card obviously is very strong. It's making a very strong showing. It's consistently on the top tables. Kylo FN also quite strong. Though you do need to allow for the fact that there's a lot of them in the room.
Yes.
So you will innately get more of them.
Yeah, the odds are.
Yeah, the odds are because there's just more of them in the room. I believe there's something like 16 Kylo FN decks in the room.
Right.
So even though that might not necessarily be the best deck in the room, there's 16 of them. So it's going to take a long time before they filter down to the few... to a few, basically. Whereas there might be one version of a really good deck, but the moment they lose a game, you won't see that deck again.
Right.
So it is important to note that just because there's lots of them doesn't make it the best.
Right. Makes sense, yeah.
And also, just because a deck might be the best, it doesn't make it the best in the room due to meta calls, due to people playing decks. Counter meta decks.
So many variables.
Like for instance, again, I'll not to harp on it, but the deck, my deck there, Kylo Phasma, very very well matched against this Thrawn card deck.
Right. Yeah.
Great matchup.
We did see that. Yeah. It definitely.
It really punishes the Thrawn card deck because the Uncard never gets to do what he wants to do. Thrawn can never really hit the cards that matter. Very strong. So counter meta is a very very important thing to consider.
So this is Justin Pearce on the left.
Yeah, so
Simon
we've got...
Mays on the right.
So, let's see. So...
We've got Thrawn. Has he got damage? Yeah, he does. He has how much? 3 damage, 3 shields on him?
Thrawn doesn't have any damage sides.
No, but I'm talking about the damage he's taken.
Yes, he's taken... So he has 3 shields, and... So those are the broken tokens. So, they're a company, they're... sorry, not broken token, inked tokens. Broken egg. I got there.
Broken egg.
Broken egg tokens.
Broken egg
sorry, I'm like
tokens.
giving free advertising badly. So they're actually UV printed. They're quite cool. They're acrylic.
Yes.
And they've got like a printing on them.
Oh, wow.
They're really cool, actually.
I have to check those out.
Yeah, they're really nice. Available online. I think it's a company in the US that does them.
Nice.
Broken egg. Now, so Justin, in a bit of a rough spot here.
No money coming in.
Yeah, no money. Look, he has not the crime lord, rather. He has the blackmail,
Right.
which will help him. Though, looking at the other side of the table, if I'm correct, it looks like Kylo's out of cards.
Is that
I believe his deck is in. I believe that is his entire deck in his discard pile face up.
Oh, my goodness.
So he's on.
That's
so right now,
interesting.
Justin is on the survive this turn and maybe win. Although the damage showing on Kylo
Well,
is
he
going
has
to make
one
that
card
hard.
in hand, right?
Can we? I'd like to just confirm from the table there, if that's possible, that Simon is actually out of deck.
If we can get that one card discarded.
So so Simon is down to a single card.
So he needs to
So
get
Justin
that
has
discard.
to survive this turn, which is difficult given that roll.
Yeah.
Survive this turn and then manage to force Simon to discard that card. Now I believe Simon's going to know what that card. Justin should know what that card is based on his previous roll in from Thrawn. Now that is also another thing to take into account for these Thrawn card decks. The amount of any control deck, any control style deck, reactive style deck, innately is going to be more draining and harder to play.
Yep.
Than a regular do
damage.
do what you do kind of thing.
Because of all the extra brain work it requires.
Yes. All right. So Simon has to win this turn.
Yeah. So claiming does him nothing.
If he does not kill Thrawn at the end of this turn, he loses. So Justin does the correct thing, takes the 3 shields, which are then hit, and I don't think Simon has a route to victory here. With no cards in hand and only a single die left, which is the right control button that cannot physically do enough damage, Justin...
He can get another resource.
Justin could claim, but there's no reason to. He can just keep playing, but I believe it's... No, Justin claims. Simon, that's it.
Well
Thrawn card takes it. Thrawn card takes it. So
How about that? Yeah, the FN is pretty notorious for just cycling through all those upgrades, isn't it?
Yeah. So the FN kind of plays into the Thrawn card strategy, as you say, it just burns through its own deck quite quickly.
That's it.
So given that the Thrawn card wants to discard your cards, you're kind of helping.
That's it. You're kind of doing it a favour.
Yeah, exactly.
I as mentioned before, play Han Ray a bit, and Ray with that ability, you tend to cycle through cards
then
as
suddenly, like, where's my deck gone?
Yeah, that's it. But because when you're against the mills, they're helping you.
Yeah,
they're just helping you go through them.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing with the Han Ray is, generally speaking, you had your battlefield, which was the Starship Graveyard, which gives you some amount of recursion.
Brings it all back. Yep.
And at the time you had Ammo Belt to recur. Second chance, messy. And it got messy.
That was messy.
Ammo Belt is a card that now does what it should have done and is unplayable, unfortunately. But
that's it. Well, does Ammo Belt work on Ancient Lightsaber?
It does.
That's interesting.
But the thing is, if it would be discarded, but Ancient Lightsaber's abilities in a discard, it puts it on the bottom of the deck.
Oh, I see.
So you can't. No, it does. If your opponent had a method to get rid of your Ancient Lightsaber, then it would work as it is a weapon.
Makes sense. Yep. So if it was being discarded, not putting on top of the deck.
Yep. So just a question in chat there that was how many rounds. We are doing 8 rounds of Swiss today. Then there'll be a cut to the top 8 tomorrow.
And we just finished the 4th round. So
we're
halfway through.
Halfway through the day. Destiny kicks on real fast. I believe we're going to have a short break for lunch. Maybe not after this round, I think after the next round.
Yeah, our producer said he's going to buy us lunch. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Scott's shouting lunch.
Wow.
And
he's not doing that.
Silent treatment.
It really was a resounding silence we got from that.
So 8 rounds today, cut to top 8. So we'll have 4 rounds of play tomorrow. So we'll have the top 8, the top 4, and then 3 rounds of play rather. But we'll probably try and get all the games on camera, or as many of the games on camera as we can. And then we've also got a bunch of side events. So obviously we have 100 players or so in the room. and a lot of these players, obviously, only 8 of these players are going to be playing for the prize tomorrow.
Wow.
So we're running a bunch of side events. We've got a massive second chance event, which is the entire set of Empire at War Legends.
Legends from Empire at War. Oh my goodness!
Whole
There's
set.
my ancient lightsabers there.
One of everything. I think it's one of everything. It's not. We're not giving 2 of everything. One of everything, unfortunately.
That's still amazing.
Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy.
It's still amazing. But there is 2 mace in one of the events too. They're giving away 2.
And then we're giving away 2 maces. Anyway, so that is
Windows.
That is the. So that's the end of that round. The pairings for round 5 have actually just been posted, so we're going to jump out real quick.
Yep.
So we're going to have about a 10-minute-ish break. We'll be back with round 5. So
Excellent.
Stick around.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.